Good morning, everybody. Welcome for our lesson today. Today we want to tackle a new topic, that is peace, law, peace, and conflict resolution. So before that, last time we looked at types of democracy, then also we looked at the importance of democracy as a Republic of Kenya. We know very well we are a democratic republic. So we want to look at law, peace, and conflict resolution. So I've defined these terms here. Law are rules that govern a country. Like if you look at Kenya, we have the laws that govern the country. It's contained in the document called Constitution. So you'll find those laws are there. Or law is just rules that govern any group. Can be even anywhere, even a school has the law, even anywhere you're working, the companies and so on. So law are just rules that govern individuals or a group of people. Then we have peace. Peace is a state where there is no war, where people are living well, live in harmony. So that is what you call peace. There is no fighting, no quarreling, and so on. And then we have conflict. This is disagreement between people and groups, between people or parties. That's what you call this conflict. It's a disagreement, misunderstanding between groups. But under now class 8, we are going to look at the symbols of national unity. Then also we shall look at the factors that promote national unity. Now we shall start with the symbol of national unity. So when you go to every country, they have identification. When you look at Kenya, we have different symbols that identify Kenya or differentiate Kenya from other countries. That is what you call the symbols of national unity. So number one, we have what you call the national anthem. National anthem is a symbol of national unity. So when we sing that national anthem, first thing, national anthem is like a prayer. When you see the national anthem as it starts, O God of all creation, bless this our land and nation. Justice be our shield and defender. May we dwell in unity, peace and liberty. Let it be found within our border. So you can see as we studied that national anthem, itself is just a prayer. We are praying God to bring peace between the borders of Kenya and the neighborhood. That's what you're talking about. So it's a symbol of national anthem. You will never find another national anthem goes the same with the Kenya. That's why we are saying they identify Kenya. Then we have another one called the national flag. When you look at our national flag, a very beautiful national flag, and we say it every member states across the world that it has its sovereignty and is independent, it has a national flag. And it has meaning with their colors and so on. So when you look at the national flag of Kenya, it's also a symbol of national unity, which brings people together. That's why in schools you'll find national flags are there. Then when you go to government offices like the police barracks, and also we have even the police stations. So we need to respect the national flag because it is very important. It is a symbol of independence for our country. That is national flag. It shows that we fought for independence, and then we are independent and sovereign state. Coat of arm. So coat of arm is identified. You can find it in the coin. The coin, maybe 5 shilling note behind it. It has 2 lions. It's just like this. It has 2 lions on it, and then those lions are holding shields. So this one is what you call the coat of arm. It has some areas where they are found. We shall look at that. Then we have what you call the public seal. Public seal, the coat of arm is inside it, and then it is round. It is formed around a circle on the coat of arm. That's what you call public seal. So these are the 4 symbols of national unity. We have national anthem, national flag, coat of arm, then we have what you call the public seal. Then, so let us start with the national flag. National flag, it has 4 colors. We have green. Green shows that our land, our rich fertile land, or vegetation, or you can talk about agriculture, the backbone of our country. because we know very well in Kenya we depend on very on agriculture, which gives us food and even the foreign exchange in the country. Then we have black. Black represent black people or African people like me. Those are the people who are found in Kenya. So that is black color, represent African people. Then we have white. White represent peace and harmony. Because Kenyans, we have seen, Kenya is a peaceful country. We live in peace and harmony. That's why we are talking about white color on the national flag. It represents peace and harmony where people live without fighting or quarreling. Then we have red. Red color, it represents the struggle for independence. So very many people fought for the country in order to gain independence. And it represents that struggle where people were fighting. So that blood was shed. Represent the blood that was shed during the struggle for independence. So that's what we call red color, or the four colors of the national flag. Then national flag, I have said the main importance, it is a symbol of our independence from the colonial masters, that is Britain. And then on the national flag, we have said you'll find two lions holding spears. That one indicates that we are ready to defend our nation from external attack, and that's why you will see that every time the military personnel moving from one point to another, the Air Force, the Army, then also we have the Navy operating the water territories to make sure that our country is safe. So that is the two shield. So we are implementing them through the military personnel. And then we have the shield. Shield is also represented where the two lions are standing on the national flag. So this one also shows ability to defend ourselves or our country from our enemies and so on. And then national flag also reminds us our role and the loyalty to our country. That's why we have said when you go anywhere they are raising the flag, you need to stand still or alert. When you pass by a near police station, then the flag is being raised, you don't need to move because you will be arrested and you will be arraigned in the court of law where you will be charged because you have not respected and you are not loyal to the nation. That is what you're talking about. So that is the national flag. Then we have what we call now the public seal. Public seal. A public seal is a stamp like that used in documents, e.g. academic documents. When you have done your KCP exam or national exam, or that's the Form 4, when you look very well, we have public seal on that certificate. It's like this one is like a government stamp. It is stamped on a document which are official, which can be represented somewhere officially in offices in the states. So that is the public seal. And then we have the coat of arm. Coat of arm is here. Coat of arm is a badge or an emblem. So it's a badge which represents the national government or the government of Kenya, represents the government of Kenya anywhere you go. So where they can be found, maybe where you can find the coat of arm, we have the Kenyan currency. Currency is money, and I've said the coin. Any coin, 5 shillings, 10 shillings, behind it you have the coat of arm with two lions. Then we have identification card, that's the national ID of any individual. We have said when you are at the age of 18 years, you can get ID, so you are a mature person according to the constitution. We have the passport. Passport is anything you are given, maybe you want to go abroad, so it shows that you are a Kenyan citizen, you'll find the coat of arm is there. Then we have the official documents, like if you go to the chief, if you want to write a letter for you, just above that paper, we have the coat of arm on that paper, an official document. Then we have official cards of the president. The card that is used by the president of the Republic of Kenya is indicated by this coat of arm. Then we have entrance of government offices. For example, we have the court of law. When you go to the court of law, we have the coat of arm just at the entrance, at the doorpost. Then we have even the cape worn by the police officers on the head. When you look at that, we have also the coat of arm. Then it's also a symbol of authority. So when you see this anywhere, means these are government officers. They have authority to do whatever they want to do without putting to the constitution. So that is about the national symbols that promote unity. Now, we want to look at the factors that promote national unity. These are symbols, then these are now factors that promote national unity. Number one, we have the Constitution. We say the Constitution is the supreme law of Kenya. No one is above the law, whether the president or anybody who is in the Republic of Kenya. This is the supreme law of the Republic of Kenya. It outlines every law that required by an individual. So that's what you're talking about. Then we have the national language. National language, that is Kiswahili. Then we have also English. Kiswahili especially. English is also an official language, Kiswahili. When I go to Turkana, I can we can talk with the Turkana because I don't understand the native language. When you go to Maasai land, you can agree with the Maasai through Kiswahili. That's what you're talking about. The national language promotes unity because you can understand each other through that language. Then we have same system of education. Yeah. So whatever somebody is learning in Northeastern is what somebody is learning in Maasai land, in Turkana, in Mombasa, everywhere in the Republic. So we have the same system of education. So this system of education promotes unity because people from different communities come together to acquire education, which is just the same system like that. Then we have social and economic interaction, e.g. drama and music festival. So when you go to schools, both primary, then we have high school and even the tertiary institutions like university and colleges, you will find that we have drama which promotes young people together, they preserve culture, then also they bring people together from different ethnic groups. So this one also, they promote unity in the nation. Then lastly, we have what we call the national philosophies. Philosophy is a guideline or there are guidelines of some issues which promote national development. So example of national philosophies, example of national philosophy, you have what you call Harambe. Harambe was introduced in 1963 by Mzee Jomo Kenyatta. So after independence, Mzee Jomo Kenyatta came with an idea of Harambe. Harambe means pulling together. So there was need to unite the country for people to work towards building the nation. So both the development, social, and even then we have another one. So this is one. Number two, we have what you call Nyayoism. Nyayoism was introduced by Mzee Daniel Arap Moi. I think he died recently. He's also a former president of the Republic of Kenya. So Daniel Moi introduced this in 1978. Nyayo. So Nyayo was also a philosophy which promotes development in the country and so on. Then number three, we have what you call African socialism. African socialism was introduced in 1965 by Mzee Jomo Kenyatta and a great man called Mzee Tom Mboya. So these are the people who introduced this one. We call it African socialism. Was also to bring people together and also to make sure that we build the nation, both the development at the social, political, and we have economical level. So Those are the philosophies we are talking about. So they also promote national unity. They are very important. That is what you're talking about. So I think that's about the factors that promote national unity. Then here we want to look at the importance of national unity. Importance of national unity. Now that we have unity, people are living in peace and harmony. What is the importance? Number one, people support each other. Because when there is peace, you can move from one point to another. Then you support whoever is disadvantaged or the person who is having a problem. Then number two, when there is peace, this one reduce quarreling and fighting. So you'll find that people will be living in peace. So reduce quarreling. Then we have people work without fear where there is peace, because if there is peace, then you can work without any problem, so there is no fear. People will work with peace. And then also this one, when there is peace, also there is economic development, because you can work very well, you can improve your living standard at the national level, so the government can provide services without any problem. Then this one also will enhance political stability. Political stability means people are not fighting in the country. For example, where in case of election, people will not fight, people will not chase one another. So that's what we call political stability, because people are not fighting. Then you have foreign investment. When there is peace, that one encourages foreign investment. Foreign investment, we are talking about maybe people from Japan, America, they can come and invest in our country. When they invest in our country, maybe they build a company. This one creates employment for young people in Kenya. So that one is also important of peace. And then we have people live in peace and harmony. So people will live without fear. They will also live in peace and harmony. And that is the greatest achievement of national unity. Then factors undermining national unity. So we have those factors that may lead to national unity to go down. To undermine means to reduce. So number one, we have nepotism. Nepotism is favoring your relatives. So when somebody favors the relative, that's what you call nepotism. For example, let us assume somebody is a manager in a given company, then he employs his relatives alone. Somebody from another place comes with the document, is qualified, but he is not given the job, but is given to somebody who is unqualified because it's a relative to this person. That's what you call nepotism. Then we have what you call tribalism. It's also called ethnicity. So tribalism is where people favor people from their community. For example, if you are a Luo, you favor a person from your community. If you are a Luya, you favor a person from your community. That's what you call tribalism or ethnicity. So that one also will bring peace not to prevail, because if people realize that you favor your people only, they will always stand up to fight for their rights. Then greed for power, or creed. We have seen in many cases people think about themselves. They only want good things for themselves, not other people. So the less fortunate may suffer. Then you find that those who are somewhere, they may continue enjoying life. That is greed, thinking about yourself. Political selfishness. Yeah, we have seen very many people go to an extent even fighting one another because they want power. They want to be leaders. They want to be recognized across the world, across the continent, and so on. So this one is a problem also. When leaders cannot resign, when leaders cannot rule people, then they get dissatisfied. They don't want to go home. They want to continue ruling even if people they don't want them. This is what we call selfishness, political. Then we have regionalism. So some people think about their regions only, district, provinces, and so on. So this is what we call regionalism, from the word region. So if you think about only your region, then at the end of the day, it will be a problem, because you don't think about the people. It causes problem. And even distribution of national resources. So you have heard about the national budgeting for the counties and so on. If the government can not distribute the national resources evenly, then the other areas which are discriminated, they can start fighting for their rights. So that one is another problem which may undermine peace. Then we have racism. Racism is what we call racial segregation, discrimination on the basis of skin color. For example, let us take an example. You go to China and you are an African person, so you will be found that you are discriminated because of your skin color. Maybe you cannot do something because you are an African. And if the Asian comes here, maybe can be discriminated because, but we have said this one is also another problem. Religious differences. We have seen very many people, we say it in Kenya, we don't have state religion. You can go to any state religion you want, whether Muslim, whether Christian, whether Buddhist, whether Hinduism, and so on. But when people define different ideas about their religion, this one may bring may undermine national unity. But so I will wind up on that. But so above all, we are a Kenyan people. Let us live in peace and harmony. Thank you.